I am here with Emil Karlsen, and first of all, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is you do?
So my name is Emil Karlsen and I'm an improvising drummer and a musician working in Leeds. I've been here for 4 years now, studying at Leeds Conservatoire and are currently enrolled at a master's. I work primarily with improvised music and jazz and have been occupied with a solo tour and performing across Leeds and London. I run my own record label, Numenon, which currently has 5 releases. I'm currently active in different groups, including the London Improvisers Orchestra, trios with Phil Waxman and Matthew Bourne, who is also in Leeds. I'm also been occupied with the recent release with Ed Jones called From Where Light Falls. It's set to be released on FMR Records this spring, and hopefully we'll be able to do some tours with that.
You mentioned there that you work with improvised music. For those who don't know, could you maybe tell us a little bit about what improvised music is?
So improvised music is a style of music where you don't operate after set tunes. You basically come together and you play whatever you have in mind, which makes that music kind of interesting. For me, I do this music because I really like the idea of not having any boundaries, being able to express myself freely, which I think a lot of audiences also like this music because of they never know what to expect. It could be quite an unusual performance.
You also mentioned your record label Numenon. How did that come about? And what are your goals with the label going forward?
So I created my label Numenon to release my own recordings primarily. After about 2 years, I've currently released 5 recordings and they are available from Squidco in the US and from my own Bandcamp page. The imprint focuses on physical releases, primarily CD and vinyl. It's also available digital, but not from streaming services.
So you have a new release coming up soon, along with another musician, Ed Jones. How did you two meet up, and why did you decide to do an album together?
So my project with Ed Jones happened quite organically. We did a gig last year at Hyde Park Book Club and we wanted to do some more playing. When I enrolled the master's course, I contacted him with the hope that we can do some playing together. And with coronavirus, both of us had a lot of free time and wanted to just get some playing together. So we met up weekly, stretching from the autumn months up until Christmas. So we recorded every week. And suddenly we had an album at our hands, and we then approached Trevor Taylor at a great label called FMR, and he wanted to release it. So the main idea behind the album was to meet up and improvise together and see what could happen out of a desperate time.
Coronavirus has obviously affected a lot of people over the last year. Did it have any effect on you and Ed Jones when producing the album?
So the coronavirus pandemic has definitely given us some challenges in regards to making the album. So we basically met up weekly, recording the album ourselves in a practice room at Leeds Conservatoire.
And lastly, what are you looking to do moving forward, both in terms of the new album release, but also in general with your career?
So moving forward, I'm hoping to take my project with Ed Jones out to do some performances. I'm also hoping to continue my label and do other gigs.
Thank you.